Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. Listen to this. Da, 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 da. Classic 80s music. My favorite. Hurts So Good. Jalen Hurts So Good by John Cougar Mellencamp. As a young boy. With a young boy. While you sing, we'll talk, okay? We'll talk. It's Friday, TGIM, January 31st. I am so glad that January's gone. Nothing against January for those who have birthdays, anniversaries, blah, blah, blah. But I hate January. It's so dreary and long. Listen, no, Jalen hurt so good. Come on, Jalen, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it's you. You make it hurt so good. Da, 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 da. Anyway, January sucks. I can't wait to get into February because it's short. There's a lot of stuff going on. Super Bowl, which means more this year than ever before with the Eagles back in. Valentine's Day, President's Day. Oh, there's all kinds of, and it's short. 28 days, it's done. Oof. Yeah, we might get a little snow, but spring is right around the corner, right? We change the clocks, days get longer, nights get longer, it gets warmer, baseball flowers. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Anyway, you know what's going to happen? I told you this before. They're going to add an extra game to the NFL to make it 18 games to schedule to balance it out. 9 home games, 9 away games. And what's going to happen is they're going to put the season back a week so that Super Bowl Sunday falls right before President's Day. That way, people have the day off on Monday. Sounds like he's belching or something. Da, 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 da. But so good. Jalen Hurts. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. So that's what's going to happen. Nostradamus, I know stuff. So it's going to happen that the Super Bowl will fall right before President's Day. You have President's Day off. A lot of people are off from work. Kids are off from school. They can enjoy. That's what's going to happen the other day. It's so good. Today is National Hot Chocolate Day. Chocolate. So I hope you have a cup. But do you like marshmallows with your hot chocolate? I do. I don't like too much crap in it, though, like pizza. You don't put too much crap in it. People put too much stuff on your pizza and you can't taste the pizza and you can't even see the pizza. There's broccoli, there's anchovies, there's pepperoni, there's mushrooms, there's blah, 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 blah. Too much, Keep it simple. And that's how I like my hot chocolate too. Keep it simple. Okay. So hot chocolate day. What else did I want to say today? A lot. Hey, did you see that commercial? It's going to be playing for the Super Bowl. When Harry Met Sally, remember that great movie? I have it in my collection. You see that collection over there in the distance? It's there. When Harry Met Sally, Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan. Well, they're doing what a beloved movie. They're doing a commercial for the Super Bowl. They're bringing these two great iconic characters back together again. And they're back in Cat's Deli. Remember that scene where they're eating lunch at Cat's Deli at the table there? And he's eating the sandwich and she's eating too. And all of a sudden, she goes to this thing where she's having an orgasm and he's in like it. And then the lady over on the side says, I'll have what she's having. Well, that's like one of the most famous, iconic scenes in movie history. And it still cracks me up when I watch it. Well, what they're doing is they made a new commercial for the Super Bowl. they have the actual people. They have Billy Crystal. Of course, he's 40 years older, and you got Meg Ryan. And Meg Ryan, what the hell did you do to your face? Oh my God. I always thought Meg Ryan was cute before, really pretty. And I'd go out with her. Meg Ryan is Meg Ryan. But she did something to her face. She's like Kenny Rogers or something, I think. So, yeah, Meg Ryan, age gracefully, I mean, look at me. Don't I look good for 118? I look good for 118. Anyway, so they got these stars together. So Billy Crystal eating a sandwich. This is the new commercial. Meg Ryan's eating a sandwich too, across the steak table from me. And she goes, man, the sandwich is it's just okay. It's not nothing special. So what happens was she grabs a tube of mayonnaise. It's a mayonnaise commercial. Hellman's or something, I don't know. And she squirts the mayonnaise on her sandwich. And she starts eating the sandwich again. And she starts with the orgasm thing. Oh, it's so good. Oh, oh, oh. I don't want to do it because I've never had like a female orgasm because I don't know how it goes. But anyway, so she's there. Oh, and the people are looking at her just like the movie, They're looking at her like, what the hell is she doing? What the hell? So then they got this classic line. There's a young girl over to the side who says, I'll have what she's having to the leader. Now, I think, I'm not sure, but I think the young girl is, in the movie, the lady who actually says that line is Rob Reiner's mother. Rob Reiner, a meathead from All the Family. Rob Reiner directed When Harry Met Sally. His mother, Carl Reiner's wife, the great Carl Reiner, but Dick Van Dyke Show, she is the one who says that classic line, I'll have what she's having. Well, the girl who says it now, I believe, is her daughter, because I've seen her daughter somewhere in magazines or some of her social media. And I think that's who's doing it. And at the end, they show the the jar of Hellmann's. Billy Crystal says, I'm competing with the condiment. They ought to bring these two characters back. I'm glad that they brought it back, but they ought to do another movie. And if they need a friggin' script, ask me. Ask me. I'm here. I can write the script. They could talk about all kinds of things about being old and stuff, and they're still together after all these years, right? People love spending time with these classic characters. When Harry met Sally, you could find out if they ever had any children, any grandchildren. There's the possibilities are endless. So, come on, Hollywood, get on the shtick. And hopefully this will spur a little action, this commercial. And we'll get these two classic characters back together again for maybe one last movie, Anyway, before I talk Eagles again, because I always have to talk Eagles before I go. After this fine, cheap program is done, I'm not making like $100 million, but the Kelseys are, God forbid. But, I have another appointment with a doctor. This is a lung, lung. And now I gotta go once in a while because I have this sleep apnea thing, and I gotta go to them just check up. No big deal. But I have so many doctors now. That's what happens when you're 118. You have so many doctors, you have to prioritize. Well, lately I've been doing the eyes. I got the cataracts now, and I can see pretty well. I got the new lenses implanted. So that's sort of taking priority. But it's you got so many doctors, maybe you're this way too, that you have to prioritize. So I say to myself, Okay, I got the heart doctor coming out, the cardiologist. Yeah, that's a big one. I better go to that one. And then this one, your hemorrhoid. No, yeah, no, I don't need a hemorrhoid. And then the kidneys. Oh, I'll put the kidneys to the side. Get it, kidneys to the side. And you gotta prioritize because if not, that's all I'd be doing is going to freaking doctors every day. Doctors. Doctor, give you the news. I got a bad case of loving. Remember that? Robert Palmer. Yeah, 80s music was the best. I tell you, you guys who were just like born yesterday or millennial, you missed it. The 80s were the best. That's when you had the good music. They had the big poofy hair, and they had the TV shows were Dallas and Dynasty, the movies, Back to the Future. And it was just a great time to be alive. Reagan, not so much. But yeah, but and you had these larger than life people, Princess Diana, that you had Mother Teresa was still around. You had uh, Pope John Paul II. Oh, what a great guy that guy was, huh? Michael Jackson. Prince was still around. Oh my God, there were so many. Larry King, remember Larry King? The guy, he'd always wear the suspenders and he'd be talking to you and he'd be up close to you like this. He almost said, like, back away, Larry King. You're invading my personal space. But Johnny Carson was still around. Oh, Jesus. Not that times are great now. They are. Let's face it, we're alive. Jesus. But there were just so many great larger than life people back then, who would turn out to be like icons. So, music, thank God we could still listen to the music of the 80s and appreciate it now. And that's what's happening, the 80s are sort of being rejuvenated and everything 80s is coming back, including the music. So that's why I think, I hate to keep harping on this, that having what Harry and Sally coming back again, not just for a commercial for the Super Bowl, although that's great. Have them come back for another movie. I think that would be a hit. I really, really do. I think it would be a hit. All right. Let's talk about yeah, let's talk about those evils. So, you know what? Forget about all these so-called experts, okay? Who are on ESPN and forget it. They're all like Patrick Mahomes is God. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's really good. In fact, he's better than good. He's great. But I look at it this way. Everything must come to an end. Everything must come to an end. And the Chiefs' reign must come to an end. And it must end on February 9th. It must. The Eagles are the team of Patrick Mahomes to bed. Good night, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You've had your run. It was a nice run, two in a row. It's good. How many sports teams win two championships in a row? Not many. So Patrick Mahomes, it was a nice run, but it's time to give it up. Okay? It's time to step down. And I really think that's what's going to happen. Now, next week, we'll get into the game really, really closer. We'll talk about the game itself. And of course, we're going to talk more about everything going on. The Eagles are going down there this weekend. They're making the trip Sunday, I believe, and they'll be there Sunday afternoon. And they'll be in New Orleans the whole week. They'll have the days with the press and oh my God, so much going on. There'll be parties and there'll be all kinds of stuff going on down there. And it's all part of the hype. The thing is, you just don't get caught up in all that. Eagles, the players and the coaches have to remember they're there for a reason. It's a business trip. They're there to win the freaking game and bring home a championship back to Philadelphia, right? They're not there to party. They're not there to fool around. They gotta focus on the game. That's what you gotta do. And I think the Eagles will, yes, granted, the Chiefs have a lot of experience. They know what it takes, and they know what it takes to win. But the Eagles are no chocolate either, you know? They've been there before. They were just there a couple years ago. They know what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. They don't even need to win the Super Bowl, you know? And I still think they will. I really, really do. Uh, Eagles have a lot of motivation. I get it. The Chiefs want to win 3 championships in a row. It's never been done. Unprecedented. I get it. But the Eagles are going down there. They're on a mission. This is why they signed Saquon Barkley. This is why Barkley came to the Eagles. It's all coming together. The Eagles are playing the best football they've played all year. Jalen Hurts looks like he's back. Dallas Goedert, he's waking up, right? I think he's going to have a big game, by the way, because the Chiefs stink against tight ends. I think Dallas Goedert is going to have a big game, middle of the field. He's going to do good. AJ Brown, he's going to come alive. You know, look at it this way: big game, the stars shine. That's why the stars are the stars. I wouldn't doubt that Patrick Mahomes is going to have a big game. I wouldn't doubt if Travis Kelce comes back. He did not have a good game last week in the AFC Championship game. I think he bounces back this week because it's a big game. It's the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift's going to be there. And, you know, the Eagles, look at what they gave up last week to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, our old friend, did he have 10, 11 catches against the Eagles last week with 90 some yards? So I think Travis Kelce could have a big game. I think he will have a big game. But it's all going to come down to what happens in the red zone. Did you cash in on your opportunities? You're only there so many times a game. You got to cash in. Field goals are okay, but you got to get touchdowns. That's what's going to win the Super Bowl. And you can't turn the ball over. The Eagles have been really good lately of not only limiting their turnovers, but taking the ball away from the other team. Look at last week. Washington had 5 turnovers. The Eagles 0. Zippo. So that's the key. You know, you gotta take the ball away. You can't turn the ball over, especially when you're end of the field, and give the Chiefs a short field. Hey, you know, it's going to be a classic game. You got the revenge. It's a showdown. I mean, the lot is on the line. The Chiefs are going for 3 in a row. The Eagles are there trying to knock them off of the throne. Ay. You got your stars. You got Barkley. You got Mahomes. That's the thing. Mahomes and Kelce are great players. But other than that, you know, Andy Reid is a terrific coach. They have a great defense. Great. But so what my point is, they're not unbeatable. The Eagles could easily go down to New Orleans and knock them off. And I think it's going to happen. Yeah, we'll talk more about that the next one. But I want to show you my little buddy here. I showed you them before. By the way, before I say anything, I gotta say hello to my friend at Penn, Allie. She always listens to me and to me. Hi, Allie. Can't wait to see you again. In April, I'm going down to Penn, everybody, to talk to a group of senior medical genetics counselors. They're graduating from Penn, and they were nice enough to ask me to come down and see them. So I'm going down April the 15th, tax day. I hope my little talk won't be too taxing on them. Okay. Anyway, hello, Allie. And hello, Lola, my sister. I know she watches too. And is a big fan. Thank you for watching and listening. Now, I feel like that lady was on Romper Room. Did you ever watch Romper Room? It may be before your time. She would come on at the end and she'd have magic mirror. It was this mirror, but it didn't have glass in it. It was sort of weird. And she would look through it and she'd say, I see Johnny. Johnny, you're not eating your green beans. You better eat your green beans. I see Thelma. Thelma, stop pulling your brother's hair. Uh, I see little Greggy. Little Greggy, you're going to grow up to have a podcast, but you're not going to make anything. Yeah, you're not but you are going to have a podcast someday. Anyway, so she would say, all these people are rude, these kids, whatever it is, Miss Jones, call me. And she'd be there with the mirror. I see Johnny, you better eat your green beans. Anyway, I gotta shoot my little buddy before I go. This warms the cockles of my arm. There he is. Carson Wentz. Huh? Carson Wentz. Look, the Wentz wagon. Huh? This was back in the good old days. Look at the Eagles logo there. Look, it's got wheels. You can run it around like a car. Boom, boom, boom. What I like to do, though, is ask Carson Wentz questions because it has a bobblehead. It's like that old Twilight Zone episode where the couple goes into the diner and they're asking this devil machine questions and they think it's predicting the future. It's a great, great episode. I'm doing the same thing with Carson Wentz. Can you see him? All right. Carson Wentz, are you going to play on Super Bowl Sunday? No, 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 no. Only if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. Carson Wentz, are the Chiefs going to lose? Yes, Chiefs are going to lose. Yes. Carson Wentz, do you suck? Yes, I suck. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm not wishing anybody any bad. I never did. But I'm thinking, wouldn't it be something in Carson, not Carson, but who cares about Carson Wentz? What the hell? If Patrick Mahomes, all of a sudden something happened to Patrick Mahomes before the game, let's say the night before he ate some bad fish, and now follow me on this. He eats some bad fish. And they're not to the point where he's gonna die. I don't want that. But like he's really, really sick. And right before the game, Andy Reid goes to him. He's like, Patrick, how you feeling? How you feel? Time's yours. And Mahomes says, I'm not feeling too good, coach. I think I have the diarrhea. He's got the diarrhea. Now, well, Patrick, can you still play? I don't know. I'll give it a try. So here's the thing. Patrick Mahomes has the diarrhea before the Super Bowl. Is he going to go out there still and play? Because there's a possibility, this is true. I'm not making things up. That Patrick Mahomes could poop his pants right there on the field, right? That would be terrible. That'd be embarrassing. Can you imagine Brandon Graham? Oh, by the way, Brandon Graham, the great Brandon Graham, might play. He might come back from that torn muscle in his arm and he's working out, and there is a chance he might play. Now, won't that be something? Not only will Brandon Graham give the Eagles a little shot of inspiration, but he was playing really well there too. So he can't hurt. It's just going to help the defensive line. Well, wouldn't it be something if Patrick Mahomes pooped his pants because he had the diarrhea and Brandon Graham sacks him and says, "Ooh, buddy, what the hell's wrong with you? Did you poop your pants?" He shot his pants. What the? Anyway, so that's a question. Does Patrick Mahomes take the chance of being embarrassed and going out on the field for Super Bowl Sunday, or does Carson Wentz play? That's where I was leading up to with this whole thing. Does Carson Wentz play? which means it's an epic scenario. Carson Wentz, what's the pride of the Eagles? First round draft pick, they gave him all that freaking money. He plays against Jalen Hurts, who took over for him, you know? And it's a showdown in the Super Bowl. It's like a gunfight at the OK Corral, you know? And Wyatt Earp versus Billy the Kid, you know, and Carson Wentz versus Jalen Hurts. Now, that would be epic, especially to see Carson Wentz get his. Jesus, I could die tomorrow, you know, but I would be happy. So anyway, but so we'll see. You know, I mean, all I can say is I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody. I'm not that kind of guy. But if Patrick Mahomes happens to get the diarrhea, so be it. You know, before I go today, and I'll be back tomorrow to talk more crap. I want to say how sorry I am about that plane crash in Washington. What a terrible thing. You know, and they're just starting to come out with information about the people who perished. And you see the little kids who died. Oh my God. You know, they were skaters and I just hate to think about it. It's just so sad. You know, I hope they get to the bottom of it. I really do. It sounds like the helicopter, something was wrong there. You know? He was too low. He was in the path of the airplane. And the helicopter may have saw the wrong plane because they asked him moments before, do you see the plane? And he said he didn't. But he may have seen the wrong plane because apparently, you know, the airport was very busy. There were a lot of flights coming in and out of that airport. So it just makes me sad that stuff like that happened, you know? So my prayers and my thoughts are with the families of those who perished, you know? It's just terrible. You know, I come on every day, practically every day for 20 minutes or so, just to provide a little hope and a smile. And because sometimes we really need it, you know, stuff goes on in the world like that. It really makes you sick. It really does. And sometimes we need a room to get away from that, you know. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I come on to hopefully cheer people up, cheer myself up too, and spread a little bit, some smile every day. So that's why I'm really glad that you watch me and listen to me every day. Some of the stuff may be crap, but we have fun. And that's the idea, right? And once in a while, I give you some sports things. Now, tomorrow, we're really going to start getting down with this game. And I already gave you a couple props, so you should check out Dallas Goedert over his yards because Dallas Goedert's been live lately, you know, he's been playing really well. And the Chiefs stake against tight ends. Remember Dallas Goedert. They got some other stuff too. Saquon Barkley, you know Saquon Barkley don't run like hell. The Chiefs have a great defense, yes. But Saquon Barkley is saving freaking Barkley, right? And I don't think anybody's going to stop him. He's only going to stop himself. So I like Barkley to go over his Russian total. And I like the Eagles to win. I mean, if you're going to give me a point and a half, Jesus, I'll take it. That's like a cherry on top of the cake, you know. It's gravy. Give me a point and a half. But I like the Eagles to win. So we have 9 more days to go. I'm kidding. In fact, I saw a thing on TV. Did you see this? Where they have a clock. And it's telling you the days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds until kickoff. I, and by the way, I gotta say, do you know who's going to see the national anthem? I don't know yet. Let's start thinking. Let's still remember. They have a bet for everything. Like, who's singing the national anthem? Will it end in less than 2 minutes? Yes or no? Well, there's a bet for everything. Um, and the halftime entertainment for Kendrick Lamar, really? Nothing against the guy, but come on. Well, I don't remember the days when we had Michael Jackson controls. Yeah, granted, you can't get that down, but what about guys like McCartney or Springsteen? These guys aren't going to be with us forever, right? They're still playing. Ask them to come and play at the Super Bowl, right? Use these guys, appreciate these guys while they're still in. Kendrick Lamar, you can get him 10 years from now. You know what? Yeah, put me in charge of stuff, and I will. Who knows? Speaking of which, before I go, this is on my mind. I can't help it. I know it random today. These commissioners of these sports, if they were human, they'll central things because did you hear about this? The NBA commissioner, what's his name? Adam Silver. He looks like, did you ever see this guy? I don't know. He looks like a scarecrow. Oh, like an alien. He looks like an alien. He wants to change. He wants to make the NBA instead of 12-minute quarters, 10-minute quarters. Like, okay. So you change that, means all the records are, everything's new. And, because you know why? Because we want people to get out of the game at a time of that, 2 minutes, blah, 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 2 hours. What the hell? If I'm going to pay like $150, $200 a ticket to go to an NBA game, and if I'm going to pay for parking and concessions and whatever else you get at the game, seat rooms, if I'm going to jack out, let's say $400 for the whole night, I want to be there for the whole night. I want to be there for the evening. I don't want to go to the game, get settled in, get your hot dog, get your popcorn, get your souvenirs, settle into the seat, and then wham, bam, thank you, man. Just like that, you're out. No, I want to get my buddies with them. I want to sit there and I want to watch Joel Embiid play. Well, forget about that. Joel Embiid, is he still playing with the Sixers? Where the hell is he? Right? Hey, these commissioners have so many bad ideas. The baseball guy, what a goofball. He's the one who came up with this phantom zombie runner and extra innings. That stinks. That stuff sucks. I don't care. We want we want the millennials to get out of the game before 3 hours. Or hoity-toity millennials. You go to the game. Don't go to the game if you're playing to stay. Baseball is a leisurely game where you sit there and keep score. You talk to your friends around you. You enjoy the ambiance of the ballpark. You have something to eat. You watch the game and you think of the strategy of the game. It's not one of these things when you go and you leave and everything's rush, and you get that. Well, no, it shouldn't be that. And these stupid rules. Zombie run, extra runs. What the hell? For all freaking 98, you're struggling to score a run, and then you go into the 10th inning and you got some stupid base runner on second base. You could score a run and not even get a hit. It's true. You sacrifice the guy on the third. you hit a sacrifice fly, and you win the game. You don't even get what the hell. Now, and football has its own stupid commissioner too. So I think, and I'm going to leave you with this, I think the answer to all this nonsense is to name me as commissioner at every sport, every freaking sport. And I can do it. I got plenty of time. All I'm doing is sitting around calling the doctor, you know. That's all I'm doing. So, doing a little writing too, but yeah. I could do it. Mornings could be diverted to baseball. Okay. Most of the afternoon is football. The NBA, if I give them an hour or two, okay. Because I don't care that much. But I could do it. I could be a little commissioner in one. Hockey, I don't care. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And everybody have a great Friday. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend coming up. And I'll be back tomorrow to talk with Kurt. Okay. Peace and love, everybody. Have a great day. Wish me luck at the doctor. It's, I might as well just camp out just pitch a tent in the lobby, Next appointment, next. All right, see you next appointment. Bye.